Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be going over this right here, which is the Warrior Assault Systems Recon plate carrier. So the whole point of this carrier is to be a lightweight profile over plate carrier that is meant to enhance mobility. It also is going to give you a lot of flexibility in terms of how you want to outfit this for whatever need it is that you may encounter. So let's talk about the materials real quick. So all the materials are imported from the US. So if you didn't know or you didn't watch my previous video, the one on the Pathfinder Chest Rig, you would have known that Warrior Assault Systems is based out of the UK. They do make a lot of gear. And not only is it utilized by a lot of special operations units or that side of the pond, it's also had plenty of stuff used here in the US, and all of their stuff is imported, all their materials. So fabrics, hardware, buckles, whole 9 yards, it's all imported from the US. So with that being said, the material here is made out of 500D Cordura. If you look this plate carrier up on the website, it does not state that. However, if you look up on some of their third-party sellers, they do state that it's 500D Cordura. But if you look on their website, it states that it's made of 500D Cordura Performance spec material. So maybe it's not Cry to begin with, and it may be just 500D Cordura with licensed multicam pattern, and that's why it doesn't have a little multicam insignia everywhere, but it is multicam, and you can see that right here on the side. There you go. So as you see, Warrior Assault Systems multicam. So it is licensed, and it does say it on the tag here. So you can see here that it is genuine multicam pattern. So it is licensed. So, 500D Cordura, very rugged, lightweight material that has a lot of great properties. I'm not going to go down the list of that. As far as the hardware is concerned, we have these right here, which are vertical swift clips, and they interface with a vertical piece of webbing. And they have slits here and here so that you can take them on or take them off or install them as need be. And the same thing goes for the side straps here. So the side straps utilize these, I'm trying to think of the name here, if I can remember. It'll come to me, hold on. The ITW SR clips, or the side release clips. This by Nexus ITW. Very good. They have about combined breaking strength of 600 pounds per side. However, I can't confirm whether that is per side of cummerbund or per side of the clip, but that's what it's stated on their website. As far as the fabric is concerned, all of their fabric is treated to reduce overall IR signature, because they are meant to be used in real world use, professional end users. So that is very important as far as your IR signature, keeping it as low as possible. So let's jump into this a little bit. So starting up top, you got these pads here for the straps. Now the straps don't have quick releases like my old or my other plate carrier or some of the other ones, but they do have a very similar style to the JPC or to their LCS, but instead of using the Hypalon material, it's just layered, 2 layers of 500D Cordura that are sewn together. So it's going to be very rugged. It's not going to be like the Hypalon stuff. Up here you have these pads for your shoulders. They seem very well padded here. So these can actually be configured in three separate ways. So you have this right here, which is just a wrap that goes over everything, and then you have this right here, which is your padding that goes underneath. So however you choose to run this, there's a variation. And the cool thing is, something that they thought about was that they put the loop side facing down so that when that interfaces with your clothing or your skin, it's not gonna make noise and it's not gonna irritate anything. So that was something that I thought was a nice touch. So throw this back on real quick, and then we can move on. So these shoulder pads are fully adjustable to accommodate a multitude of body sizes. Moving on to the front panel here, or the front plate pocket, you have two loops up here. They're on a 45 degree. That is for your cable management, and that would also help with this. So you got cable management either through here or through these cable management loops on the side. Both very, very nice, and I do like these cable management loops here because they are thick, so they'll maintain their shape when they're rolled up like that, and they're not going to collapse on anything. Up here you got your panel, so you can stick any type of identifiers or whatever kind of patch that you want to wear or that is required of you to wear. You have 5 rows of MOLLE, which are mil-spec MOLLE. They utilize Murdoch webbing with approved multicam pattern. So very, very high quality stuff here. And then up here, separate from the panel, you can mount whatever it is here, whether it's a holder for your phone or whatever it is, the Juggernaut I think it's called. You could put a little panel here for an admin pouch, so if you have maps or anything, you can put it right there. And moving on down, we have here this panel. So this panel here is removable via Velcro and the Swift clips, and that is so that you can run a multitude of placards. Now, this here interfaces specifically with the Pathfinder Chest Rig, and I'll demonstrate that in a little bit because it's interesting how it works. So you can have a traditional placard system where it's just the 2 Swift clips and then holds on via Velcro. Velcro is very strong, and it seems like it's going to last quite a bit, but with any type of Velcro, the more you use it, the more it's going to wear out and lose its holding capabilities. But for my use, it's going to be completely fine. Moving on to the back of the carrier, or the plate pocket. This has multitude, so you got 6 rows of MOLLE. This is a panel, I believe, as well. So this panel is not completely detachable, so it lifts up, and then you have this loop here, and then your ability to adjust your cummerbund. So whether you want to overlap it or extend it to fit your body type, there's plenty of Velcro here to accommodate for that. So you have that, and that's also nice. They do make back panels, so they have their assaulter panel. They have a couple other different panels that do interface with this, and their other stuff as well, which works really well. And I am excited to get one of them, and I'll talk about that in a later video. But anyway, so this is the back panel. It's pretty straightforward, nothing crazy. There is a really robust drag handle, so it's really thick. Let's see if this. So it's really thick, and the stitching on it is pretty intense there. So I don't have a whole lot of confidence in drag handles to begin with because they're typically not sewn in correctly. I know some companies will extend them down into the carrier, sew them before they sew the outer panel of the rear pocket. But this one is actually pretty robust, and hopefully I never have to find out if it works or not. Moving on to the back side of the panels. So I'll flip this inside out right here so you can see. So they have this corrugated mesh similar to like my guard dog body armor, which I have here, which has this corrugated material. However, it is a lot different. This is just basically corrugated cloth, and then there's a padding underneath that interfaces with the back of plates. This, however, is a 3D. This is a 3D material, and I don't know if this is going to come across real well. There you go. So you can see it is lifted. It reminds me a lot of the Hardhead Veterans Lattice helmet pads. The way it's like really spongy, but it's got like this rigidity to it. So it's supposed to, I guess, maintain its form while it's on you. Allow some give here and there, and so that you can have breathability for it. So its whole point is to they say it adds to the ballistic performance, helps with heat dispersion, so it allows heat to vent and air to move in as you're moving to keep you cool. And also it's supposed to help out with making it a lot more comfortable of a system to wear. So I'm actually pretty excited to get some timer on this and really see if this works or not, or if it maintains that 3D mesh webbing over time. And that is on the front and the back as well. And then to wrap it up is the cummerbund. So the cummerbunds, it's a two-piece cummerbund, and they are ladder style, so very rigid. So even though it is a ladder style, it does have webbing like Molly, so you can see these loops, so that when you have to attach anything, you can still attach anything, and it does seem to line up perfectly with the rest of it. So it seems to be mil-spec in terms of the dimensions. I do notice that in this one in particular, this vertical one here, I don't know if I could get that in there. There you go. There's a piece of plastic, some type of plastic, or like a Kydex, so it keeps its rigidity and doesn't collapse on itself. And then you got some of this stuff here, which is the hook side of the Velcro. So I don't know what that's for. My guess is maybe they have a radio pouch that interfaces on the inside of it and allows you to use that. I can look into it and report back later when I do a follow-up on this and I've gotten some time underneath it, but so far I am really, really impressed with this. The quality is just what I expect based on the Pathfinder Chest Rig. Very, very nice material. The stitching is really, really well done. Like all that bar tack and just really well done. And it's not as abrasive as, say, that 600 D Kadura stuff, which we have here. So this plate carrier is actually a pretty good plate carrier. I was really impressed by it. It's by Guard Dog Body Armor. It is imported from China. And it uses basically the same material that like heavy duty backpacks use. So it is durable. However, it's not as flexible in my opinion as the other stuff. It's got a very rigid feel to it and like an abrasive feeling to it. Not a bad carrier. I definitely like it. It's very comfortable. I don't get hot in it, but again, I wanted to downsize to something that was going to be a little bit more functional as a system overall than having multiple systems. So talking about that, and I can touch on this last piece. These disconnect. You pull this panel off, right? And then we have here the chest rig. So again, to reiterate, this is the Pathfinder Chest Rig. So essentially you just unclip the 2 shoulder straps and the 4 side straps here, and then this whole placard basically comes off as one piece. And then what you can do is you peel this back panel off and you can interface it. So you take your clips, clip them in as such, and then get it flat. You stick it on like so, and now you're ready to go. And the cool thing is, rather than using these clips that are original on it, you can use these clips over it. like so. So because this placard extends a little bit wider than the front panel of the plate carrier, you can clip into these outer clips, which are directly mounted onto the placard itself, and you won't have to worry about anything. So the only thing that I'm a little concerned about is this right here. As you can see, when it's clipped in, you have these clips that are just kind of free floating. So I don't know if this is going to be an issue and they're going to dig in or anything like that, but I would find out. I will find out over time. The only thing I wish they did is that in this case they used these Swift clips, the QSM ones, so that you can take them off as you need. But that being said, I am pretty excited to rock this, see how it goes. I already like the look of it as it goes. There is some stuff that I want to get, like a back panel. I am going to get their drop pouch at some point, and see how it goes. I do have a whole comm system that's coming in so that I can accommodate that, and then I can report back after some time underneath it. So with that being said, I am really excited about this. I'm really excited about this. So can't wait to get out, use it, and report back to you guys, because I think that Warrior system is very comparable to what we have here in the States. And if you want something that's not a JPC or anything like that, you have an option that's, it's not US, but it's good. It's good. It's going to be good to go. And a lot of their designs are from input and first-hand feedback from guys in the SF community over yonder, and who knows, maybe even over here. So, but that is my first impressions with the Warrior Assault Systems Recon plate carrier. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Any information, if you had any personal experience with this, I would love to hear about it down below. Any changes that you made, anything you like, dislike. I love the conversations, and I'm hoping that you guys will drop that down below so that we can have some type of engagement. So, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you.